Today we're going to be taking a look at this VEVOR tow behind dump utility trailer. When you're not using this to do things around the yard, you can use it as a chicken wagon. In this video, we're going to show you what comes in the box, put it together, and give you our honest opinion. The seller did send this to us in exchange for a video. However, all of the views and opinions in this video are our own. In the box, you're going to have the wheels, the hardware to put this together. They do provide 2 wrenches. You're going to have the axle, the side pieces. There are 2 of those. All of the components to put this together. It looks a little daunting, but it's not that bad. It only took us about an hour with some power tools, and I'll show you those in a second. It also comes with the instruction manual and the big piece that actually hooks into the tow hitch on your tractor. Mama Vance is the foreman, and the 2 Vances are putting this together while I read the instructions. The instructions were fairly easy to follow. We did run into a few snags, which I'll tell you about shortly. What we did find very quickly is that power tools make this go a lot quicker and a lot easier. My son is using an impact drill, and my husband started out using one of the wrenches that was provided, but switched to a socket about 7 or 8 screws in. This was the first issue we ran into, where the holes on this did not quite line up with the holes that were drilled in the metal. So we actually skipped this step and went ahead to the next one, only to come back to it later. This piece is going to hold the big bar that connects to the trailer hitch. This corner piece fit on there perfectly, so that was fantastic. Then we installed the pieces that actually hold the axle into place. And here's where we ran into another little bit of an issue, but it was user error. We wound up putting the axle through and tightening the screws before we put the piece that actually attaches to the hitch. It's really important that when you're doing this, it should look like this before you tighten all the screws down. Once you tighten all the screws down, the axle bar will not move. There are 2 pins that secure the wheels. Simply put them through and then bend the 2 end pieces over and pound them down so that they stay in place. This is what it looks like when it's done, and now it's ready to go to the property and become a workhorse. We could not get the other corner pieces on, so we left them off. It didn't matter that the corner pieces weren't on there because this worked fantastic even without them. We used it to haul firewood from one side of the property to the other where our fire pit is. It had no trouble handling even larger logs. We put a mix of both over by the fire pit. And the dump mechanism worked exactly as I hoped. You have to remove the back door just by lifting up on it and taking it out in order to get it to dump. And then you also have to remove the pin that's holding the dump mechanism in place. And then you just lift up on it or pull back on it, and it dumps right out. If you are looking for a tow behind dump trailer, I would highly recommend this one from VEVOR. The kids are having a blast with it right now.